everyone, and this is the game for her. I'm Angela.
And I'm Claire.
Hi, everybody. So it's been quite a long time. So, yes, we just wanna start this new year with a new video and doing kind of a recap of our favorite moments of 2020, 2021 already. So thinking about our favorite players, our favorite moments. I have actually thought about this during the week. So it's like thinking the emotions is like what happened this year in the sport world. So it's like I just went to just did a check of what was happening, what happened this year, and all the emotions that I lived during this summer, especially.
Yeah, me too. Different emotions.
You too, right? So, I don't know if you followed us in the last couple of weeks, but my mate Claire here, she posted kind of a poll on the page, and she just asked around with a few questions, kind of what was our favorite men's, like our player, the women, the men, and our favorite moment of the year, the manager that we think was the best manager of the year, our favorite goal or best moment, yes, and what we expect for this year for our clubs, any predictions, now there is the transfer windows happening now, so it's like what is gonna happen. So
who's
what are
Newcastle gonna buy?
yeah, what Newcastle is gonna buy?
How many players? 10 or 20? I'm kidding.
Exactly. And what about what we think the transfer of this summer is going to have the repercussion this year? So it's like because I think the game is kind of very interrupted. So between games of or like new positive players, like the players can't have like a consistent level of game even in their performances. So it's like right now Messi's on off for COVID. You know, it's like what is gonna happen right now? So he just entered in the mentality of PSG and playing with the team. So it's like now he's out playing. So how he's gonna like run back with the team and this kind of stuff, you know. So I think I'm gonna start. So we saw a lot about the Ballon d'Or and yes, all the player winnings, so all kind of sort of criticism all around that. Like people, fans, literally split on this category. So I'm gonna just start with that. So for you, Claire, what was the best men's player of 2021?
Not Messi. Nowhere near for me. Like, I know he won something finally with Argentina, but yeah, no. I mean, yes, the talent is probably still the best player talent-wise, but not in terms of what he did last year. And for me, it's got to be Lewandowski. I think.
Okay.
I mean, I think he probably deserved it even more the year before that, and they scrapped the whole thing. But I just think his goals and his standard for a few years now, he's been up there. And yeah, I just think he was robbed. So yeah, I really do. But I understand why they picked Messi, because the talent is obviously still there. But no, he hasn't done it nowhere near on a consistent level to what he has done in the past and to what I think some other players have done this year, especially at club level. So yeah. But what about you? Do you agree? What do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think how you said Messi is just one of the best player always. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, of course.
But I just like you, I don't think he did that much to deserve the winning, you know. So it's like, yeah, definitely Lewandowski or even Salah. The shame of Salah, I think, because he always does like excellent performance in the team. He always does a lot for the team. He sacrifices a lot. This is at least what I see when he plays. But it's like I think his nationality or what he played this summer for like that doesn't help, you know.
Yeah, he
but
can't win the World Cup with his team.
Yes, that's
He
definitely.
might
He
win
can win.
African Cup of Nations coming up, and I think if he does and he carries on the level
Yeah.
he's playing at, he'll win it next year. He has to. His
Yeah,
standard is
definitely.
incredible, especially the past few months. But I get it. It,
Yeah.
it hinders him, I
That's the
think.
thing. I think his nationality and playing for the national team a little bit characterized that for him because like a singular player and in Liverpool he's one of the best, I think,
He's the
even in
best
the
player in the Premier League. You can't.
right now, even
You
the
just can't.
condition of right now is like he's doing such a difference. So that's it. And Leva is for like the tremendous like numbers of scoring goals what he did I know like Bundesliga has a very different level of
Level, yeah.
players and it's not like the Premier League, you know, it's
Yeah.
not like Serie A that where it's so much very balanced. So it's like it's Borussia Dortmund or Bayern Munich, you know,
Yeah, sure.
or Bayern. It's just those two teams, you know. So it's like probably for that it's easy to see an outstanding player like Leva in a competition like the Bundesliga, you know. But but how you said, no one's did the same numbers in another liga as well. And he did pretty much well even with his national team.
Yeah,
In
and Champions League too as well, you know, which is a step
Champions
up,
League as
isn't it?
well. Yeah, so it's like, yeah. So I think Leva this year really deserved more last year than this year, but
Yeah,
in the last couple of years, he just for his age as well, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah, very true.
just yeah,
He's
he
running
just
out of time to win it, isn't he, really? Yeah.
I think he will never catch up. So I think he lost his opportunity. Shame, but I think he really deserved this year.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. And what about the women's? I don't know so much about the
I
women's,
think,
so
yeah, pretty much. I think like there is like not a lot of options. I mean, except some care for Chelsea, Miedema for Arsenal. I think Barcelona as well. The
has to
female
be,
team was like they won everything, and they
yeah.
had three tremendous players. Extent, yes. So I think Alexia Puntellas. So it's like, yes, I totally agree with that. So
Her winning it, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have anything else to comment, really. I haven't seen so much. I've only really seen the Women's Super League in England, so I haven't really even watched much of the Champions League or anything. So have to defer to you on that one. But it's good they got something right, UEFA and Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
No, it's
I
good.
think that.
Yeah, and a lot comes down to, I think, I guess next year we'll see. We've got another international tournament in the Euros and the Champions League again. Maybe we'll get another player depending on that. Because obviously there was the Olympics last year, wasn't there, for the women's game, but not quite the same level as, say, I guess it is, but not quite the same, I would say, as a World Cup or some other tournaments like the Euros.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens next year. It's exciting. Very exciting. And what about your manager of the year?
My manager, I put down few names actually for different categories. So for national team, I guess Mancini, not because I'm on a part side, but it's like the extremely excellent job that Roberto Mancini did. Like the Premier had Mancini for Manchester City, you know, when they finally break through their history and start to win again premiers. Like Mancini was one of the first to restart again this journey for Manchester City. So it's like Mancini, he did a very great job for Italy after we couldn't classify for the last World Cup. It was very a shame for us. It's like he took the sort of our team and changed everything, you know. It's like it's not just about the same old names that is like it's a tradition, you know. He just took all the young players that were outstanding for the last season in Serie A, and he rebuilt a team just having 3-4 old players like Chiellini and Bonucci, but they were like the column of the team. But like you have 2-3 players, the classic one, the one that give you security in the games, but all the others were fresh new. So the game was fresh, the legs were fresh as well. We were much. I don't think young like the England team, but it's like pretty much we were like one of the youngest team in the
fitness
competition.
levels were huge,
Yeah,
weren't they? Italy almost got stronger as the game went on, like not just the final, but throughout the tournament almost, like just got stronger fitness wise. And
so for the national team, I think it was Mancini for me,
sure.
Because for that. For general, I guess I will say Conte and Klopp right now. I think are two of the best players, two of the best managers playing both for the Premier League right now. Conte because he did a very great job for Inter as well. He restarted a team from the beginning from nothing, and like they won last year the Serie A. And you can see right now what he's doing with Tottenham. It's like he's really good to rebuild the team with his type of playing, with this type of game. And like right now, Tottenham is doing pretty well in the Premier. I think he haven't lost any game until now. Shame for the Conference League, but I guess that's not really his problem if the players that are all
happy to be out of that. I would be if I was him.
Definitely, we can focus on the Premier, but I don't think it was his problem because players out for COVID or players out for injuries, so like he needs to play or work with what he has at the moment, and he's doing pretty good with in Premier, I need to say. And Klopp, because Klopp, I love his attitude. They didn't
win anything this year, though. Just want to say,
no,
he would be up there for me.
No. But I like his type of game. I like Klopp mentality, and that's it. I think he's doing, I don't know, probably better than Pep Guardiola right now. So
I don't know. But City have such a better squad. But City are running away with the league at the moment. But they do have a much. I actually agree. I think Klopp for me is a better manager. I know Guardiola has done it all, but I think he's had better squads and better teams. With Barcelona and now the Man City squad is better than Liverpool's in terms of the depth. And so in this pandemic disruption in recent weeks, they've really just gone ahead because their second team is just, they come in, they don't have a second team, he just rotates because his whole squad is so good. But I think that's just, I think Klopp's better, but he wouldn't be the manager of the year for me. He wouldn't be nowhere near, but I do think he is a very good manager, unfortunately. I think for me it has to be up there is Thomas Tuchel for Chelsea. The way he came in, like Chelsea were good under Lampard, they were okay, but then he just came in and to win the Champions League like they did and blow everyone away really. And they've been challenging this year. They've been hit in recent weeks by the pandemic, but for me, to cut the way he came in and just to put that on a plate for them, change their style of play and their wing back play, like fantastic. And for me, I guess him and Mancini, it's between them. And I guess you've got some in the women's game. I like Emma Hayes for Chelsea. They got the domestic kind of double, I think, in for the women's game. So between those three, for me, I don't know who I'd name top, but maybe Mancini because I know Italy weren't favourites coming in at all. No one thought they were going to win the Euros, but they did. Although it's been marred a little bit, hasn't it, by your World Cup qualification games? But no, maybe him. But there's a lot of good managers out there for sure.
They are, yes, true. So yeah.
It's hard to pick one, I think, out of those guys. What about your favorite goal or the best goal? It could be either or. You can answer both if you want.
Oh yes. Best goal. I'm going to do something different, and I'm going to probably go not the classic Serie A games or the Premier League or the Euros, but I think I'm gonna go with Kate McCabe for Arsenal. I don't know. She always scores really good goals. I need to say, every time she shoot the ball is like straight in the goal. It's like was an interception against I think it was against Aston Villa. She found herself like 3/4 outside the area. It's like the goalkeeper of Aston Villa just did a very bad passage to one of the players. So it's like she intercepted the ball and she just shot from that distance and straight in the goal. So it's like, was pretty nice that as well. So I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, nice.
Like if I found, I would put it later on the stories on Instagram. But
yeah. I think I was trying to think about this. I'm sure there's like better goals out there, but the only one that really came to my mind was, I'm a Man United fan, and it was the goal where the fans were back in Old Trafford for the first time. Obviously after during the pandemic, but fans were allowed back, and Cavani, the first time they were seeing Edison Cavani, and it's quite early on in the game, and it's from a goal kick, and Fernandes kind of half flicks it on, and he's just inside the half, the opponent's half, and sees the goalie off the line and just lobs him from how many yards that is. And it was just it wasn't even a lob. Sometimes you see a lob where it goes up and then comes down the last moment. It was just like powerful, just over the goalkeeper's reach, like an absolute ping. It was just it was incredible. And I think the fact that the fans were back for the first time, seeing that quality player, I mean, I wish we'd signed him 10 years ago. I think is incredible. His work rate and his movement in the box, and just incredible. And that's my favorite, but I'm sure there's probably other goals I'm forgetting, but there wasn't any like major scissor kicks, or I'm sure there's things like that, but nothing that really came to my mind that maybe in previous years there would have been. So yeah, that was it for me. Maybe there's others. There's probably loads we've forgotten. So
I think
put it let us know in the comments what we've forgotten. And what's your favorite moment of the year? I know the answer to this, but maybe you got two favorite moments.
I think no, you already know that, so it's very easy. When we won the Euros, so was like because I think it was a very important moment even as a nation for us. So it's like everybody went through these last couple of years, it's like finally having a European/world competition like the Euros, like where fans can be back at the stadium and watch the game there. Like we had the first few games here in Rome as well, and like moving up to Wembley. So it's like was a journey starting at home in Rome for the first few games, and after we went right to Wembley. It was like such a iconic moment even as a nation, where all the fears of what was happening, all the fatigue we did for the last couple of years, it was like finally we couldn't believe we arrived at the final in Wembley. And we were like, I was at my pastor's house with my youth group. It was so good because we were all in the garden eating pizza that night with the projector. We just put the game on the face.
I love that you were eating pizza. It's like typical, like the Italian stereotype in this moment. I just love it.
It was so good, like living that night as a community, as a family all together. It's like jumping, screaming, like, we won. It was like we even didn't realize at some point we had to stop. Guys, but did we win? Like, because I was watching Donnarumma's face. It was like I think we mistake, but it's like no. And I was hearing the people commenting the game here from Sky Sport on this side, like, we just won the Euros 2022, we just won the Euros, so it's like was amazing. I think that was an iconic moment, and it was like a reminder of the World Cup in 2006.
Yeah, at least you have that reminder, my friend. We don't have any reminders unless you're quite a bit older than me.
Yeah.
I get it.
It was great because it's like when we won in Berlin, it was
Mm,
yes, it was like kind of living the same emotions. So I think that was my
yeah, but
moment.
a different stage of your
Yeah.
life, really. Because how old were you in when they won the World Cup?
Oh, was 2016, was 2006. So was already six.
I didn't
Oh
realize
my
it'd be that
gosh,
hard a
it
question.
was like I think I was still in elementary school.
Yeah. So yeah, you were a proper
Definitely,
child, and now to experience it as an adult,
probably
imagine that.
8
Yeah,
years old or nine
sure.
years old, and I do remember that.
Yeah, of
So
course, of course.
yeah, so I think it was like 80. I was 8 years old still.
Mm. So a bit different this time, I guess.
Yes, yeah, that's it. So, but yeah, favorite moment, Euro 2022, 21, sorry.
Nice,
Yes.
nice. Well, I have two. I like the Euros are still my favorite moment as well. I know we didn't have the winning moment like you guys did, but it's incredible. I think again coming out of the pandemic and being together with people, and my particular favorite moment was our win over Germany. I was in watching that in the pub, and oh man, it was just so incredible. The atmosphere. It's our old enemy. It's Germany, and they're always the best people to to beat internationally. I'm sure they feel the same about us and have beaten us more. But it was just incredible, and the wave of just good feeling, and that it just brings a nation together. And I was with people that are not from the UK, and I love when from England, and I love when people come and they get to experience like tournament football when England are actually, especially when they're doing well, because it's like no other time in the nation. We don't act like English people anymore. Like everyone's actually talking to each other, and you see them in the street, and everyone's on a high, and it's just, I know we didn't win, but it was still just so proud of the boys really, and the lads, as they would say. And it was just, yeah, especially that Germany moment. I was just on such a high, couldn't sleep that night. Just such a good win, blew them away, and yeah, it was such a good performance. And then, but my other favorite moment, which is a less personal, but is Leicester winning the FA Cup for the first time. I watched that final and I was emotional. I'm not a Leicester fan, but I was emotional just to, they weren't expected to win, like, and it brought up memories of when they won the Premier League a few years ago, and obviously not quite the same achievement, but it was up there. And to see, you know, these grown men crying, Gary Lineker's reaction, you know, just, yeah, I just thought that was a really, that was probably a non-personal great moment just to see them do that. I think their club is run so well, and the tributes to their owner that died in that helicopter crash, and seeing his son like get his hands on the trophy and things like that. I just thought that was just good for the game,
That's
and
great.
yeah, good for football. So yeah, 2021. It hasn't been bad. It hasn't been bad.
Yeah, actually, now in the sport, no.
No.
So it's cool.
Yeah.
So, what are your expectations in general for this new year, like for club or in
Well,
general as well? So
yeah,
it's like,
personally for the club,
yeah.
I don't have too high hopes at the moment. We've got a new manager in Ralph Ragnick, whatever you say his name, but it hasn't started that well. I think it's going to take time, but we'll see what happens. See what happens. I think for England, looking forward to the World Cup again. In the end of the year, see if we can go a step further. But I don't know. I think I don't see us winning it, but you never know. I'm just excited that we have a group that really play for the badge and play as a team, actually like each other. They're not separated by their clubs. I'm just excited for that. I don't think we'll win it, but you never know. Looking forward to just seeing them doing well again, hopefully. And I think in terms of outside of my own interests, I'm excited to see some of the transfers this year, like Mbappe. Is he going to go to Real Madrid?
Where, yeah.
Haaland, where's Haaland going to go? I really hope it's not Man City. I've got a feeling it might be, but we'll see. And some big movers, yeah, there's a lot of contracts running out, and you just think there's quite there'll be a lot of shifting and moving, I'm sure. I know last summer's transfer window was crazy, but I think this
Yeah.
one's going to be a crazy one too. So there's just the money in the game is just so huge that we're going to see people moving. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Champions League. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League?
This year, I would have said Manchester City last year as well, but they
Yeah.
lost against Chelsea. So
They
it's
keep
like,
letting themselves down, but yeah.
yeah. I'm
Wouldn't be
gonna say Man
surprised.
City as well. Still, Man City.
Yeah, they've got to be the favourites, I would say.
Yes.
But we'll see, I guess. Yeah, I hope
So
not.
for me, for my club, it's like even if we were still in the Champions League, the idea of winning it's very very far away from now. So it's like,
Yeah.
but just being back
Yeah,
and like
AC Milan for those who
yes,
don't know.
AC Milan definitely. But just being back is like feels home. It's where we belong after so many years, and the last 3 years is where they work very well. The society, the club, the manager, they work very well to let us bring back in that place.
Yeah, sure.
Like just be qualified again. I don't think we will win the Champions League in the next 3 years. No, really. We are very far away from that place yet, still. But just being back there and probably do a little bit more of the group stage next year. And because we are out, at least we can focus very well on the Serie A itself. Not playing every 2-3 games every day. So it's like we have a little bit more time to prepare for the Premier, for our Premier, for the Serie A.
League,
So it's like just playing less games, but in better quality. It's like I would love to see my club winning this year. It's like I think Inter is still the favorite. They're still top right now. We're still seconds. It's kind of last year situation as well. But like this year we have much less games than Inter. So it's like probably in long terms of games, if we play well, if we stay focused and we don't lose any other player for injuries or other kind of stuff. If Ibra decide to play more games, yes, then no, because he usually play one game and stops 5 games. So I know he has his age, but he makes the difference,
Yeah.
with all the young people and the nepotism in the team. It's like he makes the difference as well. So we love to see AC Milan winning the Serie A this year, and we probably can. Depends many things, so that's it. And yes, another hope expectation is don't do the work at half. As Italy, as nation, we won the Euros, so I would love to be in the World Cup.
I was gonna say, you need to qualify. That's the biggest
and that's the thing. That's the thing. That looks like very hard for us.
Italy, Portugal, rubbing my hands. One of those teams going out.
Portugal. It's that being qualified for the World Cup and do a really good competition.
Yeah, sure.
So that's it.
Follow it up. Yeah, no, exciting. Can't wait. Looking forward to this year and see what it holds.
And definitely the expectation of Women's Euro 2022. So.
Yes,
see what's happening.
Yeah, so excited for that. I think England can win that one. Put it that way. I think.
And I really want England to win.
Home advantage. Great team, great players. People. Yes. Like Ellen White, who's not going to have many more chances, but is a top striker still. And I think definitely. I think we definitely have a chance in that. So
I think too.
Top
there's so many young top players that are coming new, like in the England team. So it's like
there's a lot, isn't there? It seems. I mean, they're qualifying like their games recently. They're like the games they've played recently is just, what was it? 20-0, maybe not quite.
Like that. I know, it was wow.
I can't remember what it was, but
Yeah.
it says a lot. Like I know that you think, oh, that's pointless, these games, but it shows their quality, and people were coming in and scoring hat tricks, and they're still so
Yeah.
young, and so there's a lot of abundance in the squad, not
Yeah.
just the first team. So
And most of the
that's
players are young as well in the women's
yeah,
game.
yeah,
It's like, yeah.
definitely, yeah,
When I
excited for
see the
that, really excited
when
for
I
that.
see the players, I usually think, ah, she must be like on their 30s, but actually
Yeah.
most of them are in the first years of their 20s. It's
Well,
like
because
just
the standard of like grassroots football is just increased so much over the last 10
yeah,
years. I played football not even in my class at school. I played it after school, but like we didn't even play it in my class. Like, whereas now it's like it's the forefront of every women, like girls' lessons and things like that. So I
yeah,
just think the standard
I love it.
of has increased. So they're getting in the team because they're better. They've been trained better.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
love it. Like
me too.
top players like Leah Williamson, that she has my
Mm.
age, like, she has 24 years, but
Yeah.
it's like when she plays, Arsenal do not conceive any goal, you know.
Yeah.
It's like when she's not there, it's like what is happening, you know? It's like
Yeah.
people like her at 24 years make the difference in the national team, in the UK GB team,
Yeah.
and like in the Lionesses, is like
Mm.
more young people usually they do the difference. So I
Yeah,
love it. I
definitely.
love it. Shame like the female game is just like 5 years head back.
Yeah,
Respect the big game,
sure.
but because even the type of game is very different, and many things are different in the women's
Mm.
world game. So, but like I love how it's it's growing. It's growing, and I think this summer with the Euros will just go more in that
Yeah,
direction.
definitely. Excited. Can't wait. You and me.
Can't wait, man!
Old
Old
Trafford.
Trafford!
Remember the day.
Be ready!
I'm excited. Great. Well,
Sector.
thank you everyone for watching. And as always, get involved in the comments. Let us know in these categories who are your favorite players and best players, favorite moments. We'd love to hear from you as well. This is the game for her. It's a place for women's voices in football and around football, about football. So get involved. And I'll see you soon, Angela, sometime in the Euros.
Get
Thanks.
involved, comment. So yes.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everyone.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.